unique editorial proposition is something you've written about here, and it's kind of goes along with that, and that how important it is. Everyone knows the USP, unique selling proposition, but a unique editorial proposition, I think, is something that is not, no one else talks about it besides you, to my knowledge.
Yep.
But, could you kind of elaborate on what that is and how that kind of goes in with this idea of building like a unique kind of relationship with the customer?
Yeah. When it comes to products, we are obsessed with this concept of being unique, doing something nobody else is doing, the unique editorial proposition. And this can happen in many different ways. For example, take Louis Navellier, one of Alta's top selling analysts, for decades. He has had a quantitative grading system that analyzes business quality, analyzes institutional money flows into the stock, analyzes earnings growth. And it takes all those factors and boils them down into one grade, A, B, C. And Louis built an entire career on that unique analytical system. That's his UEP. And he has got an army of followers that love that stuff. If they get together at a conference, they're like, oh, this stock's a B, this stock's an A, that stock's a C, so I didn't buy it. And so they love that. Another one of the greatest UEPs I've ever seen is the gold stock analyst, John Duty, has got his own proprietary way to analyze gold companies. And he can put two gold producers next to each other, and he's got his proprietary analytical system and can say very quickly, this one's better than this one. Their deposit's better, they're a more efficient business, blah, blah, blah. Or, at Alta with TradeSmith, we've got proprietary option analytic metrics that you can't get anywhere else. Like one of our products has a tool called probability of profit. And it's got a really cool graphic that shows like a probability cone of what's going to happen with your trade. So it's got a cool name, probability of profit, AKA POP. It's got a cool graphic, and it's amazingly valuable and useful. It's like the holy trinity of like UEPs. Looks cool, sounds cool, is cool. So yeah, it can be like a software program. It can be an analytical model. One thing I feel like we don't see enough that can be a UEP is a writer who kind of sees himself as a journalist that goes out and travels and gets boots on the ground and talks to expert and gets their insight and puts it into the publication. I'd love to see more of that in our industry. The downside is it's like a lot of traveling, it's expensive. But if you read Jim Grant's Interest Rate Observer, one of his UEPs is that he has a small team of analysts, and if they're going to write about an industry, say farming or oil drilling, one of those analysts is going to call multiple people inside that industry and talk to them. How's it going? What's it like? What's going on? What is not being reported in the news? And those people, especially at private companies, they will talk your ear off because they love seeing their name in print, especially if it's Jim Grant. They, and they love talking about what they do. So that's a UEP that Jim Grant has that a lot of people don't do. And, is it going to be the subject of a headline? No. But it's just super, super cool. And as an investor, when Jim Grant writes about oil drilling and he's quoted 3 insiders, that issue is so clearly better than someone who sat behind their desk and just read the Financial Times and did some analysis. The stock picks might be equally good, but that experience is incredible, like way better with Jim Grant. So it might be just someone's personality, their writing style, their storytelling. Richard Mayberry, who is awesome. He's written the Uncle Eric series of books. Richard Mayberry has got a whole glossary of terms. He's got his books that he can refer to. And yeah, so I love to see someone having their own glossary, their own set of terms, their own proprietary metrics. I love to see when someone has written a book on it. When someone can say, well, I know a thing or two about options. I literally wrote the book on it. So those sorts of things, I could talk all day about UEPs because they come in all shapes and sizes and flavors. And I'm a big believer that if you can get 2, 3, 4, 5 UEPs into your product, you just immediately set it apart from the crowd.
Yeah, no, I love that because that's I think it's easy for a lot of people in the industry. You get so caught up with the copy to kind of forget that like copy is selling a thing that the better you make that thing, the more unique, the more powerful, the more intriguing.
Yeah.
The better you can use it in copy.
Yeah. We at Stansberry, we and here, inside Alta, like every day, I tell people this obsession with customer experience and product quality and having all these cool features. Yes, these are product decisions to the person that doesn't see the whole picture. To the person that sees the entire picture, these are marketing decisions we're making too. These are copy decisions because they make our thing better and it leads to higher quality ideas. And we tell the copywriters, like, run with that idea. And so if you see the whole picture, that you're creating copy assets in addition to customer experience assets.
I will see that right there is one of the things that you notice in like the top level copywriters in the industry is that they have suggestions for the editor and the product that are to improve the product so that they have a better thing to sell. And like, I feel like I've seen enough people now who, they have opinions on the product because they understand that like, just like timing matters, within that timing, there are things that you can sell better than other things. And the better you have that combination, the better their copy is going to do. And so they care about the product versus kind of, and some of this is confidence, experience. People are just like, well, like whatever you got, like I can write that.
Yeah. And, for anybody out there that will see this is that if you're a publisher, if you're a copywriter, if you're an analyst, something that's really powerful that we preach big time here at Alta, and we talk about this idea with our team all the time is, I say, guys, if there is anything that this product that we're talking about doesn't have as part of its offer or as part of its everyday experience, please let us know. We will try to incorporate that because our copywriters, they read all kinds of copy. They look at all kinds of products. And if you see a great idea that is helping increase conversion rates or is helping increase customer happiness, let us know. The editorial side is famous for big egos, but we just tell our analysts and our publishers, like, put your ego to the side, because if someone's got an idea like, oh, I saw this other company doing this, like, let us know. We'll work really hard to incorporate that. And we'll just take, ideas from all over the entire business world, and we'll try to incorporate that. So, let's collaborate. Let's continually make these things better. And, that's a really powerful source of editorial ideas and customer success ideas. They'll come from your marketers and their copywriters. So you got to be talking constantly and collaborating, and it can all come together and work harmoniously.